Hi guys, JT here, and today I'm bringing you some information on Digiphile's Landfall Cross Aggro Crab Showcase bundle of April 2026. To help you answer the question, should you buy it? By using the links in the description below, you'll gain access to this bundle and support the channel in the process. Before I begin, I'd like to thank you, the viewers, for watching my silly videos. I hope they're helpful. Most importantly, knowing that you're watching it means the world. Anyway, let's get into this. At number 1 we have Another Crab's Treasure, a unique hybrid of Souls-like and platforming that stars Krill, a hermit crab on a quest to reclaim his stolen shell from a loan shark. The game offers a playful underwater setting, brimming with humor and creativity, all while delivering combat reminiscent of Dark Souls. You'll be dodging, slashing, and grappling your way through foes, using quirky replacement shells, like sushi rolls and rubber ducks, that add depth and fun to the gameplay. The combat strikes a balance between approachable and challenging, especially once you unlock the grappling hook, which transforms battles into dynamic tug-of-wars. If you struggle, smart difficulty options and forgiving checkpoints help smooth the way, making this a potential entry point for newcomers to the genre. Platforming is also a highlight, with satisfying exploration and dedicated jump button, a rarity in the Souls-like realm. The game's humor leans heavily on puns and satirical jabs at capitalism, but its tone is divisive. While some jokes land well, others feel forced, and the adult humor occasionally clashes with the overall aesthetic. Despite the script's unevenness, you'll encounter memorable characters and laugh-out-loud visual gags, from crabs wearing bleach bottles to lobsters jousting with toilet brushes. Visually, each area is distinct and delightful, blending epic underwater vistas with absurd moments. While some rough edges like minor glitches could use patching, Another Crab's Treasure remains a charming, sea-worthy adventure worth your time. It is both a parody and a living homage to the Souls-like genre. At number 2 we have Haste, a momentum-driven roguelite that feels like a love letter to 3D Sonic gameplay, but with tighter design and addictive loop. You play as Zoe, dashing through procedurally generated levels while a deadly wall of miasma hunts you down. Your goal is simple: keep running, jumping, and landing cleanly to build speed and charge your hoverboard. Each smooth landing fuels your momentum, letting you glide through ramps and obstacles with fluid precision. Power-ups between stages add strategic variety, while boss fights keep you on edge. What makes Haste special is its exhilarating sense of speed. You feel the rush of perfectly executed runs, chaining boosts, and improvising through chaos with controls that remain sharp and responsive. It's the kind of game you can pick up for 10 minutes or lose hours to without realizing. The comparison to Sonic Adventures 2 opening level is spot on. Only here, the experience is endlessly replayable thanks to roguelite systems. Visually, Haste is vibrant and charming, with occasional frame rate dips during downtime that never hurt the action. Its soundtrack matches the pace with pulsing electronic tracks that drive you forward. The story and characters exist, but you won't care much. It's the gameplay that makes this shine. Haste succeeds by stripping away distractions and doubling down on what matters: speed, momentum, and fun. It is easy to learn, difficult to master, and nearly impossible to put down once you're in the flow. If you like roguelites or fast-paced platformers, you need this. At number 3 we have Peak, a co-op climbing game where you and up to 3 friends must scale a massive mountain after a plane crash. Your primary goal is simple: keep ascending to escape a deadly rising fog. However, the journey is anything but easy, requiring tight teamwork and resource management. You must scavenge for food and supplies in suitcases while foraging for fruit, though you have to be careful since some berries cause debilitating poison or stamina-draining heat effects. Teamwork is the heart of the experience. You'll spend your time grabbing friends' hands, pulling them up ledges, and sharing energy drinks. If you venture too far from your group, a terrifying skeletal creature emerges from the fog to hunt you down, adding a layer of horror to the pastel-colored chaos. The environment is equally dangerous, featuring frozen biomes with blinding snowstorms and tropical jungles filled with explosive toxic bushes. While you can play solo, the game feels designed for collaboration. Without a partner to revive you or boost you up cliffs, falling feels like a massive setback, as there are no saves. You must reach the summit in a single run. Despite the high stakes, the responsive controls and satisfying climbing mechanics make the struggle worthwhile. For its low price in a bundle, the game offers incredible value and endless replayability through a map that resets every 24 hours. If you enjoy creative problem solving and chaotic social gaming, this game is a must-play that perfectly captures the power of friendship through shared vertical struggle. And number 4 we have Content Warning. A cooperative horror game where you film spooky encounters with friends to become SpookTube famous. This viral chasing simulator tasks your squad of 2 to 4 players with diving into the old world, a monochrome abyss filled with physics-animated monsters and cursed relics. Equipped with a handheld camera and an ASCII customized face, your objective is simple. Film terrifying content, survive before your oxygen or battery expires, and upload the footage to rake in views and ad revenue. The gameplay loop spans 3-day cycles where you must meet view quotas to sustain your career. Success allows you to purchase gear upgrades, emotes, and island vanity items. While players praise the hilarious watch party replays and responsive in-game comments, the experience is notably difficult. Critics point out that some monsters can insta-kill you with physics damage, and the short 2-minute rounds coupled with limited film can make exploration feel rushed. Reviewers emphasize that this is not a solo game. Without a crew, your view counts will suffer. While some consider the game peak entertainment for its unique recording mechanics and chaotic physics, others warn of balancing issues and a lack of recent developer updates. Technical hiccups like microphone bugs or spawning glitches have been noted, though the community frequently suggests using mods to enhance the variety. If you have a dedicated group of friends ready to get famous or die trying, Content Warning offers a short, intense, and often comedic horror experience that turns your near-death experiences into digital gold. And number 5 we have Totally Accurate Battle Simulator, or TABS, a physics-based strategy and puzzle game. It takes a classic question of who would win in a fight between X and Y, and lets you answer it in the most ridiculous way possible. You'll set up armies of cavemen, samurai, knights, pirates, or even mythological fighters, then watch them wobble and flail like drunken ragdolls. Every unit looks like a wide-eyed mannequin, and battles are powered by an elastic physics engine. The results? A glorious mess of swords missing their targets, bodies flying like confetti, and cannons blasting soldiers across the field. You can play in campaign mode, where you're given limited resources to assemble an army to defeat specific opponents, or sandbox mode, where you can unleash total chaos by mixing any factions you want. The campaigns add genuine strategy as you learn how unit combinations matter. An army of ninjas might dominate one level, but crumble on the next. The variety of units is where the humor shines. Balloon archers float enemies skyward before exploding them, halflings trip over themselves, and pirates recoil so hard they knock themselves down. Combined with silly grunts, honks, and visual gags, the game becomes a comedy generator. TABS isn't deep in the traditional sense, but that's part of its charm. Between multiple campaigns, community-made content, and multiplayer battles, you'll easily spend hours laughing at the chaos. If you want pure fun wrapped in absurdity, TABS is an easy recommendation. And number 6 we have Going Under. Diving into the corporate chaos of Going Under feels like stumbling upon a hidden gem in a sea of titles. Whether you're a seasoned player or a newcomer to the roguelike genre, Going Under offers a refreshingly engaging experience that keeps you hooked from start to finish. Visually striking with its pastel colors and sleek design, Going Under's aesthetics are more than just eye candy, they're an integral part of its thematic allure. The game cleverly adapts corporate office culture into its dungeon-crawling adventures, creating a world that feels both familiar and fantastical. Each character is meticulously crafted, offering unique personalities and stories that add depth to the gameplay experience. But where Going Under truly shines is in its writing. Satirical yet poignant, the game expertly critiques startup culture while still humanizing its characters. From the ambitious intern to the frustrated IT specialist, each employee of the Fizzle Corporation has their own struggles and aspirations, making them feel like real people rather than mere caricatures. The gameplay mechanics are equally impressive, with combat that is both intuitive and challenging. Scavenging for weapons mid-fight adds a layer of urgency and strategy, while the short, fast-paced runs ensure that every moment is filled with excitement. Sure, there are minor frustrations along the way, like the occasional difficulty spike or lack of invincibility frames after knockdowns, but they're mere blips in an otherwise flawless experience. In a sea of roguelikes, Going Under stands as a true gem, its blend of humor, challenge, and charm, making it a must-play for anyone looking for a fresh take on the genre. And number 7 we have Stick Fight the Game, a 2D fighting game. The gameplay in Stick Fight the Game is simple and straightforward.
Players control stick figures in a variety of different levels and game modes, with the goal of defeating their opponents using a variety of weapons and special abilities. The game features a variety of different weapons, including guns, swords, and bombs, as well as special abilities like jetpacks and teleportation. The levels in the game are designed to be destructible, adding an element of strategy to the gameplay as players attempt to use the environment to their advantage. One of the standout features of Stick Fight the game is its local multiplayer mode. Up to 4 players can play the game at the same time on a single computer, making it a great game for parties or gatherings. The game also features an online multiplayer mode, allowing players to compete against other players from around the world. One of the few drawbacks of Stick Fight the game is its lack of variety. While the game features a variety of different levels and game modes, the gameplay can become repetitive over time. However, the game's local and online multiplayer modes add a lot of replayability to the game, as players can compete against friends or strangers in fast-paced, action-packed battles. Overall, Stick Fight the game is a fun and entertaining 2D fighting game that is perfect for players who enjoy fast-paced action and simple intuitive gameplay. With its local and online multiplayer modes, the game is a great choice for parties or gatherings, and its simple controls and well-designed levels make it easy for players of all skill levels to pick up and play. If you're looking for a fun and engaging fighting game to play with friends, Stick Fight the game is definitely worth checking out.
At number 8 we have Subway Midnight, a surrealist indie horror puzzle game that takes you on a haunting psychedelic journey through an impossibly long train. You're cast into a crucible of bizarre personalities, tasked with navigating through shifting carriages to escape a sinister aberration. As you run, you must interact with various ghosts to help them overcome personal quarrels and find peace. The game thrives on its showing, not telling approach, utilizing a wordless narrative that allows you to interpret the story's deeper meanings regarding passion and loss. You'll find that each carriage serves as a unique canvas, frequently swapping art styles and tones. One moment you're exploring a serene flower-filled waterfall. The next, you're sprinting through a grotesque squelching organ. This constant unpredictability creates a brilliant ebb and flow between comfort and extreme discomfort. Mechanically, the experience is minimalist. With only 5 buttons required, you move and interact with specific objects to solve a wide variety of puzzles. While these puzzles are engagingly diverse, you might find some objectives obscure, leading you toward a bad ending on your first attempt. Because the game encourages replaying to unlock better outcomes, the minimal interaction can eventually feel more like a process than an experience once the initial scares wear off. Despite some minor frustration with retreading familiar ground, the seamless journey and impressive tonal shifts make it a captivating ride. If you appreciate atmospheric horror and abstract storytelling, this short, punchy, and visually stunning train trip is well worth your time. And that's all for this bundle. This bundle is an absolute certified winner. Getting a Nethercrab's treasure and the multiplayer chaos of Peak for just $12 is basically a legendary loot drop. Whether you're into Souls-likes, wobbly physics and tabs, or filming your squad's deaths in content warning, the value here is insane. Plus, it's all for charity, so you're buffing a great cause while filling your backlog. Don't sleep on this one. Grab it before it's good game. In any case, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and this video was helpful. Feel free to leave a like and subscribe, and maybe consider buying the channel a coffee. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.